Look, I can explain. Would you be able to resist getting a kit with a box art as beautiful as this? You wouldn't. So you can get her over at Hobbling Japan with the link down below. And man, if this kit is even half as good as this amazing character design done by Miss Morikura, we're in for a treat. As you can tell on this side of the box, 6,000 yen, around 50 US, will get you a 1/10 scale figure of Saeki Ritsuka in the summer uniform of the St.Iris High School for Girls. On this side then, we get some shots of the figure herself, along with some of the accessories included, and also a side-by-side comparison with that beautiful 2D version. And then on the other side, we can see the rest of the accessories, including a bunch of warnings. This kit is only for ages 15 and up, is particularly dangerous to sad onions aged 0 to 3, contains functional sharp edges as opposed to non-functional dull edges, and this product contains phthalate, which is known in the state of California to cause cancer. I'm going to pretend that I didn't see that. I don't live anywhere near California anyway, so let's look at what we're getting on the inside. And quality is definitely a word that comes to mind here. As is typical with Kotobukiya kits, we get a few prominent parts that have already been cut and painted, and especially those faces look amazing. But if you're not a fan of the options we're getting, there's always the 4 blank faces that you can combine with the water slide decal eye options. And also on screen is the red runner just for the red ribbon of her ponytail. Next up are a whopping 4 runners for her 3 hairstyles, the skin-colored E, P, and hand runners, a white H, J, and Q runner, followed by the yellow N and U runner, and a demonetized runner. Then we get a brown K runner that is mostly for the thigh highs, 2 different brown runners for the shoes and the backpack, a mostly MTG runner because that's where some of those pre-painted parts were taken from, and a faux leather strap for the backpack. And then finally, let's have a look at that manual, because other than telling us how to build the kit, it also includes some more gorgeous artwork and tips given by a cute chibi. And then all of these things come together to form this absolutely adorable model kit. I don't know if it's her cuteness that's killing me, or the phthalates. Even as a straight build, this kit shines thanks to those pre-painted parts. But that doesn't mean that everything is painted either. You'll still need a bit of black for the buttons on her shirt, blue for the ribbons of her twin braids, gold for the buckles on the backpack, and one thing that I almost didn't realize, brown for her socks here. At first I thought she was just wearing loafers, but it turns out they're Mary Jane's. And while you're at it, I would also recommend top coating the hair. For most of the kit, Kotobukiya used this kinda textured plastic, and it looks really good. It makes her look so much more real, even as just a straight build. But with the hair on the other hand, it's just normal plastic, so the nicest way I can put this is, she's kinda got a wet look going on. As for the seam lines then, some are hidden, some are in plain sight, and some are just plain weird. You've already got a mold line in the front. Why did they feel the need to have an additional seam line on the side? But anyways, none of this takes away from the fact that she looks absolutely stunning straight out of the box. And the fact that she comes with a lot of customization options definitely helps with that. Starting with the hair, we've got the ponytail she's rocking in most of the artworks, and it's also articulated. We've got the unarticulated loose hair, and we've also got the twin braids. They don't move, but we do get 2 options, static or action. And then when you've decided on the hair that you want, you can move on to the Herculean task of deciding which face you want to go for. If you're a straight builder, the choice is still relatively easy. You've got this angelic smiling face, the energetic winking face, the pouting angry face, and the grinning face. But if you're going all in, the options grow exponentially. You get the same 4 faces, but unpainted, and a bunch of eye options that now also allow her to look sideways. So, are you gonna go with the stock configuration? Are you gonna make her look left or right? Or are you gonna try something different altogether? Remember, waifu plot is freedom. And what I like most of all is that you can actually make 3 complete heads. So you can quickly change your look if you want to. Or if you have any of the frame arms girls, you can also use one of your spare Saeki heads on one of their bodies, or vice versa. And of course, this is not everything that she comes with. There's a more action-y skirt that replaces the standard skirt, and I'm sure that some of you are now again having that same burning question from during the unboxing.
Stop right there, criminal scum! Nobody breaks the law on my watch!
They're light blue, they're nicely detailed, and we even get 2 of them. Because she also comes with this part to have her in a natural sitting position. And next up is her backpack with the faux leather straps that simply slots into her back. And because that hole is normally used for a stand, it's also got a hole in the bottom where you can attach the stand to instead. And talking about that stand, it's got a ball joint at the bottom and a ball joint that can go up and down, which the different tips connect to. Then we've got this smartphone that, judging by the camera design, is clearly meant to be an iPhone. Because of course. Japan's obsession with iPhones aside, I do feel like they missed an opportunity here to give us water slide decals for the phone in use. Like having her be on the Kotobukiya website or something. But whatever. The final accessories we're getting are a whopping 7 pairs of hands. There's normal relaxed hands, pointing hands, unarticulated hands with a hole for accessories to slot into, or you can get creative, and then there's 4 different holding hands with different grips, so she can naturally hold on to a bunch of different things, like her phone, a beam saber, or accessories that are sold separately. And what we also get for the hands are 4 extra joints. And talking about joints and articulation, the head is on a single ball joint, the shoulders are on a ball joint and hinge combo that is connected to an extra internal hinge joint, the arms will of course rotate around, bent at the elbow on only a single joint, and the hands are on swiveling hinges except for the 2 that aren't. On the waist then, we get a ball joint and hinge combo, but I would mainly recommend using that only for rotation. The more dynamic poses can look a bit awkward. As for leg movement then, I don't think it'll be a surprise to hear that the skirt is going to be the main limiting factor here. But frankly, I would rather have this really nice looking skirt as opposed to a slightly more mobile but uglier version. Underneath the skirt then, the ball joint for the hips isn't just on a sliding track for upwards and downwards movement, but it's also connected to an extra hinge joint inside of the thighs. And of course, it's also the hips that take care of the rotation. Well, the knees do too, but that's not how that's supposed to work. They'll then bend on a single joint, and finally the feet will rotate around to go up and down and side to side. So overall, she's got some nice standard articulation that is definitely helped by the inclusion of the extra accessories like the wavy skirt and the sitting waist. Still, a double jointed elbow would have been nice. So as always, the inevitable question is, do you want to buy this? Yes. Building this kit is definitely going to bring a smile to your face and brighten your day. It's fun to build, fun to pose, fun to customize, and even as a straight build, she looks amazing. 6,000 yen is on the higher end for a model like this, but I can't argue with the value you're getting out of it. Compare this to the similarly scaled lacquers from Bandai, which is by itself not a bad figure and also significantly cheaper, but Saeki here definitely blows her out of the water with the power of several nuclear-powered mobile suits. The only thing that I will give Flaccus here is that her hair does have a nicer shine as a straight build. Then for some more comparisons, here she's next to the Frame Arms Girl Jinrai and the Figma UMP9, and then finally, here she's next to the standard size Gym Custom and the always bulky Zaku 3. She might not be bulky, but she's definitely tall. And that has been all for this review of the Build-a-Waifu Saeki, provided to me by Hobbling Japan. Again, links down below. As always, a big thank you to the Patreon supporters. I hope everyone watching has a great day, and I'll see you all next time.